He's making a list, checking it twice. He's gonna find out who's not in hats. Santa Claus is coming to town.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
He knows if you've been bad or good.
So be good for goodness sake.
You better watch out.
Hi y'all, welcome to Donna's Farmhouse Kitchen. So you may hear some music in the background. I do not have the rights to that music, but I'm really in the spirit, really helps me enjoy making pretzel rods. Yes, I love to make these every year. And what you're seeing right now is what I call cleaning out the pantry. And you just go in your pantry and grab whatever you think would taste good on a pretzel rod. I have Reese's peanut butter cups. I'm going to take these out of their wrappers and chop them up and put them on pretzel rods. I have these cute little sprinkles I found. Look at these. Aren't these cute? They have little, they look like little lights, little Christmas lights. So I can't wait to use those, and they'll be super cute. And then I have some other little sprinkles. I always like to use lots of different sprinkles if I can find some. Marshmallows are awesome on the chocolate ones, the chocolate pretzel rods. We're going to do, let me show you some white chocolate. We got dark chocolate over there. We have a variety. I've cleaned all of this and the majority of that out of my pantry. And then nuts. One thing about all of these items, just make sure that they have a really good date on them. You don't want any tainted nuts. I had some walnuts that were questionable. I know they just expired, but to me, they didn't smell right. They didn't taste right. And so make sure all of your, whatever nuts you may use has a really good date on them. Peppermint, my absolute favorite. Amazon is the only place I can find these. They're the actual peppermint chips, peppermint candy, crushed peppermint candy. And that's exactly what it is. These are awesome on either one of them. Either the milk chocolate, I say dark chocolate or whatever. Any of the chocolates, white chocolate. I love it on white chocolate. M&Ms, the pretty little Christmas M&Ms. They're awesome on the pretzel rods. I like to sprinkle the white chocolate chips on the darker chocolates. Peanut butter chips. How can you go wrong with peanut butter chips? Like I said, just make sure all of this is, and has good date on them. This is just stuff that I found in my pantry. And see what I do? I keep them in Ziplocs. When I'm, don't use them, when I don't use them all, I just put them in a Ziploc and keep them. And then it's great for times like this. So I have 4 bags of pretzel rods. I always try to make sure that there's not a lot of broken ones just by looking through the little window. Try your best to have them unbroken. I know I see one broken right there, but anyway, the majority I think are okay, but do check them over really good. I even have some red chocolate. Oh, well, it's wafers, vanilla flavored wafers, but they're red, and this is actually a very good brand. If you're going to get the red ones, I found that this one tastes like white chocolate, and it's really good. I really like that one a lot. So, that's something I've never done is make red ones. So we're going to dress it up a little bit this year and make some red ones. I use those also, that particular brand, on the hot cocoa bombs when I make those. So I got butter waiting on me over there. I have the corn syrup waiting on me. Of course, we have parchment paper. You have to have parchment paper. It makes it a whole lot easier. But lots of butter. I'm going to double recipe and make some caramel for pretzel sticks. So we have sugar. I have 4 cups of sugar there. I have 2 cups of the light corn syrup right there. And then I have 4 sticks of butter, and I've cubed it up. And let's get started. So it's so good to see y'all. Another thing get me in the Christmas spirit is this wonderful candle I just bought. And we had went to a church in the area. They had a Christmas bazaar. They had this wonderful smelling candle, and it's called Mistletoe. And I'm gonna bring it up to the camera so you can see the company that it's from. But here's a picture of it right here. Now you know where to get this. It smells awesome. I want to burn my nose, but anyway. It makes the whole house smell good. It's so wonderful. It's a soy wax candle. So if you want to get yourself one, please do. It's out of Asheville, North Carolina. So yeah, take and get a hold of them. They have their own website, as you just seen in the picture. And it smells just Christmas. It smells like Christmas. So I'm going to enjoy that until this gets started. This is probably going to smell really delicious too. So let's get started with the caramel part of my pretzel rods. The first thing I'm going to do is add the 4 sticks of butter that's been cubed. Now I'm going to add 4 cups of sugar. Now all of this is doubled because I'm making such a big batch. And 2 cups of the light corn syrup. By the time I'm finished, my counter over there will look like a candy shop. Which I love. Get every bit of it. Now we're going to turn it on to medium heat. Now we're going to get this all stirred up and cooked down. Make sure you have a heavy bottom pot. It's very important. I love making my own caramel. To me, it's so much better than using the little caramel candies and melting them. That's annoying to me. I've done that once, and that was the last time. Once was enough. So, yeah, this is just, it really isn't all that difficult. But you do want to take a day. I should have gotten started earlier. It's like afternoon, a little afternoon. So I should have gotten started a little sooner, but I had other things to do today. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to bring it to a boil. Once it starts boiling, we're going to let it boil for 4 minutes without stirring. Hopefully y'all can see that. Let me bring y'all a little closer. There, now y'all a little closer. And yes, you can dip pretzel rods in just chocolate if you want to, but I just love the caramel. and some people don't like caramel. So sometimes I will dip some just in chocolate just for them. But I love making these and give them as gifts. They're usually a big hit. It's definitely a tradition that I started years ago, and I just get a lot of joy out of it. So what I'll do is I will take this and I will dip the pretzel rods in it, get as much off of the pretzel rods as possible, and let them sit on the parchment paper. And then I will take and put gloves on and try to smooth it out. Smooth out each pretzel rod. But you want to be careful when you're doing it because they will break. And that's okay. You don't give those away, you just keep those for yourself. So I still decorate the broken ones and eat them. So yeah, they're really good. So those are always mine. Always keep scraping the sides, making sure I get any excess sugar off. By the way, I don't think I mentioned I'm using salted butter, and y'all know I usually don't do that, but for this, yum. Yeah, definitely for caramel. To look at it, you would never think that it would become caramel, but it does. So as you can see, it's starting to boil. I hope you can see it. Okay, so we're gonna let it boil for 4 minutes. And then we're gonna add 2 cans of condensed milk. Now, I will tell you, I've had people tell me that you can put this, I think they do it in the oven. They put it in the oven because you can't put it in the microwave. Put it in the oven with it closed. And I don't remember the heat or anything like that. And it makes caramel sauce. I forget how I did it. I did do it that way one time. That was nasty. So don't do that. It just doesn't taste like caramel to me. And I want to stir this so bad. Obviously, I was just picking up my spatula. I want to stir it so badly. But we're going to let it do its thing for 4 minutes. And this is still over medium heat. So it's not on high, it's still on medium. And when the pretzel rods are all done, all decorated, then I put them in these. You can use whatever little bags you want, but I usually get these every year. And they're really cute. They have different ones. It says baked with love. So that's super cute. And then some of them are just red and white. So yeah, they're really cute, and the pretzel rods fit down in pretty good. Now we're gonna pour in the condensed milk. In fact, let me turn off that heat. Now we're going to turn the heat on to medium-low. And now we're going to cook it until it gets to firm ball stage and your candy thermometer is at 245. So as you can see, the color is changing. Now let me tell you what I did. I tried to walk away from it in the beginning. I went over to all the things that are going to be sprinkled onto the pretzel rods to try to start putting them in bowls. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I'll just be stirring. Yeah. So there was like little brown bits in here, but and they're still here, but you can't really see them. And nobody's going to ever see them because they're going to be covered in chocolate. So, still waiting on it to get to 245. We're getting pretty close, but it'll be okay. I see those brown bits. Yes, they're annoying my OCD, but it's all good. It tastes good. I think I'm going to invest in a really good digital thermometer. I think it'll be much better for me. Look at that beautiful caramel color. And after this is finished, I'm going to pour it in my glass measuring cup and dip it from there. Okay, now we're gonna start dipping, okay? And I'm gonna use gloves, of course, especially when you're making something for someone else. You always, I don't know, it's just cleaner. I'm enjoying this Christmas music that I don't have any rights to. So anyway, it's nice and hot, ready to go. So we're gonna dip as fast as we can and try to get all the excess off and get it down onto the parchment paper and keep dipping. What I try to do when I'm dipping them is I get them in there carefully, just kind of swing it back and forth, get the excess off the bottom, and then lay it down. But you want to try to do it as quickly as you can. One way I did it last year was, okay, so you got it dipped, okay? And when you're coming out of the bowl, kind of twist it as you come out and get the excess off and put it down. Like I said, we're going to be smoothing them out in a minute. Okay, so you're only seeing part of what I've done. And I still have a whole lot of caramel left. Thinking about going and getting some more. But I want to show you something. See, they're already coming off the parchment. If you want to smooth them over, but this is a good way to break them, unfortunately. If you want to smooth them over, you can. But you know what? I'm thinking about this year not even doing that, because except for the ones that are maybe like the first ones that I did. But you're still taking a chance on breaking them. But there's not too many that are flat like that turned out flat. Like this. And you can kind of smooth it over at this point. Okay. And you can go through and smooth them all over if you want to. But, and it does work. The warmth of your fingers will kind of smooth it over. So that helps the look a little bit. But then again, to think about it, and like I was going to say, you're going to be covering them in chocolate and you're going to be decorating them. Nobody really cares what they look like. They really don't. But the twirling them around, you see the twirl there? I still want to smooth it so bad, but it really doesn't matter. because they're gonna have decoration on them. Nobody's gonna probably even be able to tell, but nor care. So I don't think I'm gonna do that work. It takes time to go through them, and doing all that will just delay the process. So what I think I'm gonna do is try to keep the caramel warm and run to the store real quick and get some more pretzels, because, you know, they make great gifts. So I'll be back in a minute. So before I go to the store, obviously I'm going to the store. I'm out of my apron. And excuse my house, it's a wreck right this minute. But anyway, got my husband's Christmas present sitting over there. But anyway, these are the bowls I started putting things in. I'm going to use to sprinkle on the pretzel rods. I decided I'm probably not going to mess with the Reese's peanut butter cups. Instead, this is a favorite, Oreos. So just chop up Oreos. I got the thin ones. I had the thin ones in my pantry for something else I was going to do and end up using something else. But anyway, so now I have them for this use. And so I'm just taking the little knife and just chopping them up. And these are very easy to chop, so you don't want to crumble them. You just want to kind of chop them because you want to see the pieces of Oreo. Okay. So just like a light chop. And this is a really easy, clean way to do it. Instead of doing it on a chopping board, this is a really easy way to do it. And let's see how many we're going to get in this bowl. Just about all of them. And we'll put the rest off to the side and then throw them into the bowl in a little bit. But anyway. And yes, my hands are clean and so is my counter. So believe me, everything was wiped down before I got started. But anyway, see what I mean? So you can see pieces of Oreo on the pretzel rod. So it's gonna turn out really nice. And this is really pretty on the white chocolate. So we'll be back. Eggnog, anyone? No, just kidding. It's actually white chocolate. And the white bark is what I'm using. And I'm going to dip all the pretzel rods and decorate at the same time because this will dry really quick. All your chocolates will. So you want to get it done really quickly. So I'm going to get all of my little decorations over here. I got some more walnuts when I went to Walmart. And let's start decorating. Just try to get the excess off of it. And this is when 2 people are better than 1. Let's see. No, I think I want it like that. The rolling, when I rolled with the caramel, when I was bringing the caramel out, that worked really well. And I remember doing that last year. Luckily, I remembered in time. Okay, let's get some color on this. So let's put some pieces of the Oreo on. And yes, it will start sliding. There you go. There. Okay. Try not to break them. Put some pecans on this one. You can try to let it dry a little bit and then put it on if you want to. This is really fun if you do it with the kids. This is the part where the kids can really come in handy. Okay. Let me put some more pecans over here. The white chocolate with the pecans is really good. On this one, I'm going to just do some sprinkles. I'm going to continue to decorate, and then I'll let you see what it looks like when I'm finished. Well, guys, it's been just about all day. At least it feels like it. It's been about 6.5 hours since I started these, but take away about 30 minutes or so because of having to go back to the grocery store for some more supplies. But this is what I ended up with. Now these are the white chocolate and peppermint, the white chocolate and pecans, lots of white chocolate, and then I go into the dark chocolate. So this has been crazy today. I've been pulling even more stuff out of my cabinet. And this is what we have. The red chocolate I didn't really care for as far as working with it on the pretzels. It's not my favorite, that's for sure. I think I enjoyed the white chocolate the most, but of course the brown chocolate, or whatever you want to call it, it's like a milk chocolate. It was great as well. But yeah, this is a lot of pretzel rods. In fact, I counted them, and there I did a lot of peppermint. As you can see, I got peppermint there. I've got peppermint there. Yeah, and these are so pretty. I just love those. I just love the little bulbs. Looks like little light bulbs. Christmas lights. Those are really cute. But the peppermints are still my favorite. Still love the peppermint. And the pecans. Those are my two favorites. But I think the Oreos are a big favorite of a lot of people. So anyway, I hope they all enjoy them. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video and have learned a little bit about making the caramel, because the caramel is absolutely delicious. I think I could eat just the pretzels and the caramel. And I think I would love to use that same caramel for centering, make little chocolates with caramels in the center. I think it would work really well. It's nice and chewy. It's really good. So anyway, I hope y'all have enjoyed this. And there is like 200 pretzel rods here. So I'm getting ready to start bagging them so I can give them out as gifts. So y'all have a great night. It is after 6 p.m. So it's dark, and y'all have a great night. And make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and share my videos. Thank you so much.